Yeah, welcome to my early years, which started with me getting a free haircut courtesy of the U.S. Air Force before I started basic training. After basic training, they sent me to Shepherd Air Force Training Center, where I learned how to wire boards for accounting machines. That's like programming, but before computers. After test school, the Air Force sent me to France to work in the computer department. And while in France, I played football versus Air Force teams in France, Germany, Scotland, and England. And I had my best game versus the best team in the league, but missed out on an opportunity of a lifetime. I was supposed to be matched versus Rosie Greer, but he transferred back to the States the day before. Bet if he hadn't transferred back, chances are I would have been stomped. But it would have been worth it. You may remember Rosie. He's in the NFL Hall of Fame. I did have a great experience in basketball, though. We played the French Olympic team, and we almost beat them with just a bunch of guys from high school. But back then, that was before the three-point shot, and they didn't have Tony Parker. I remember me telling you about the first time I ever played any basketball? Was as a freshman in high school, and I couldn't even walk and shoot bubble guns at the same time? Well, in that game, I scored 17 points. And that was against the Olympic team. Now, I didn't mention that to toot my horn, but to show what can be accomplished when you love something you do, are dedicated and work hard. After 3 years in France, I returned to the States and started college at Michigan State. Worked part-time in a party store near the college. In fact, if it wasn't for me carrying a case of beer out to my professor's car every Wednesday, chances are I probably wouldn't have passed English Lit. And then my savings ran out and I had to get a full-time job, so I went to an interview for a computer operator's job and heard the fond words for the first time. We can't pay you what you're asking. Does that sound familiar? Well, maybe not this next couple of statements. Our minimum pay is 1 cent above what you are asking. And by the way, your resume has 23 spelling errors on it. And even with all that, I still got the job. And the resume was only a 1-page and triple-spaced. After a few months of hard work, I got a raise and left college. I was planning on being a math teacher because my biggest influence in high school was my math teacher, but found out that after 2.5 more years of college, being a math teacher meant a cut in pay from what I was earning as a computer operator. Hey, did you see how big that computer was? Took a whole room and it only had 8K of memory. Boy, things have really changed.